South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, member of the House Oversight Committee. Great to have you. And the president's absolutely right. Of course we can talk about this. And I want to know from you, what's at stake with an investigation like this in terms of getting to the truth?
Well, number one, if you didn't believe in the deep state then, you absolutely should believe in the deep state now. This was a political hit job worth about $32 million from the top down in the White House all the way down, using agencies like the CIA, the FBI, and the DOJ to kneecap Donald Trump before an election. And maybe it didn't manipulate votes. However, the way that the mainstream media covered it as fact, and the way that they blew President Trump up over this and smeared him, et cetera, that's on their hands. And I hope that the DOJ will have real, bona fide criminal referrals, indictments, and that people go to jail for this kind of conspiracy. It's illegal, it's criminal, and thank God that Donald Trump had the courage and he had the strength of millions of Americans also across the country to support him as he fought back against all of the lies, against all of the hoaxes, and against the deep state who was trying to take him out.
Well, the DNI's office posted a photo of the New York Times and Washington Post covers. And this comes from just one day after DNI Gabbard's announcement, with no sign of the story anywhere on these papers. Legacy papers. The caption, "Hey, New York Times and Washington Post, why are you afraid to tell the truth to the American people?" Here's Gabbard.
They don't actually cover the revelations that these intelligence reports and the evidence that we released actually conveys to the American people. They simply talk about their criticisms of it or convey Democrat politicians' criticisms of it, but none of them actually dealing with the truth that has been revealed. They don't want the American people to know the truth, but also they recognize the mainstream media's complicity in this.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, this is a continued conspiracy with the mainstream media, with the fake news who cover up, make excuses for, and hide the truth from the American people because they're in bed with Obama. They're in bed with Democrats. They're in bed with the far left. And they will do anything in their power to hurt Donald Trump, to hurt conservative Republicans. And this is why they're failing. This is why Fox News, you guys tell the truth all the time, even when it's uncomfortable. And that's what the American people crave. It's what they deserve. It's what they need. And Donald Trump, quite frankly, he's earned it. And I am so glad he's out there fighting for the American people, fighting against all of these lies and hoaxes they brought against him. And I pray, and if the DOJ won't do it, then oversight and judiciary needs to. We need to have criminal referrals, indictments, and people need to go to jail over this.
Well, Congresswoman Mace, I know you have said you will soon decide on running for South Carolina governor in a matter of days. I'm curious, what is the calculus going into making that decision?
Well, I have a lot of things going on this summer. I've got family to think of. I've got a kid who's getting ready to go to college. And also I've been going around the state and also meeting with leaders around the country on how we can make South Carolina the best state in the country by lowering our state income tax over the next 5 years to zero. We're not competitive with states like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, or North Carolina. We have a real issue with law and order. We had a rogue sanctuary sheriff last year, and all of our statewide elected leaders were silent on that. I got her fired from the job in November. And I've been fighting for women and girls for years. And I find out recently that our own state-funded colleges and institutions aren't protecting women, aren't protecting girls, and have been violating, I believe, their constitutional rights. And so I'll be making that decision in the coming days. I'm very excited about the momentum. There's another third-party poll coming out today showing a lead that we have over everybody else. We're leading by almost double digits against the rest of the field. We have almost 80% name ID. And so to those that want to come after me, I say bring it, because I'm going to work hard for South Carolina in the event I make the decision to do this very soon.
You started with your family. Congratulations on your child about to head to college. You and I have that in common this fall. Go, Mom. And we'll talk to you soon.
I'm excited about it. Nervous, though.
Yeah, a little bit, right? But we raise them so that they go out into the world. So we raise them to leave us. Anyway, all right. We'll talk soon. Thank you, Congresswoman. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.